Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. I have my good friend Hannah from Drifting Oasis today. Wait, I have treasures. We have all the confetti happening, you guys. Hannah is
Yay!
graduating. She just graduated from Cruise on Vacation. How does it feel?
A little surreal. I can't believe it's already here.
It goes fast. People are like, 12 weeks? Why do I need 12 weeks? But it goes so fast. There's so much you need to learn.
Oh my goodness, there's so much.
I love it. Tell everybody, if you would, a little bit about where you were before taking Cruise on Vacation and where you and your business are now.
So before taking careers on vacation, I had zero business. I was a hairdresser and was just really looking for something new, something different, and that's when I started to get on YouTube, look at new things, and that's when I came across you. And the more videos I watched and the more things that I read, the more it felt like a lifestyle that my husband and I would really like to build for ourselves. So that's how I got here. But now I actually have a business. I'm an owner. I can't believe it. That's just so mind blowing to me.
That's so exciting. So, from not ever working in the travel industry, but having the dream and the desire to kind of have this new lifestyle to owning your own business in 12 weeks, I love
Yep.
that so much. Yeah, and it's so funny. We had a another success story yesterday, and it's like we get everybody from all different walks of life: hairstylists, bus driver, lawyers, doctors, nurses. We have a ton of teachers coming in, right? Because it's just like I think everybody, what the 2020 woke everybody up to, like, what do I really want to do? How do I really want to spend my life? And asking those bigger questions, and a lot of them have led to, I want to see the world, I want to travel, which sounds like it was in your
Yes.
case too. That's so exciting. What do you feel like has been your biggest win or celebration since taking the program?
Definitely just taking the leap to do it. I have so much more free time than what I used to, and I'm just so excited to be able to travel and adventure and get to see the world because I have not been able to do that, and I'm just beyond excited for it.
I love that. And I remember when I was your age, which was a hot minute ago, but I remember that feeling of not having to work two jobs, not having to work weekends anymore. And in my leisure time, I had finally enough money and I had weekends off. So I could, like, one year, I think we went to New Orleans like 6 times. It was like, I was my favorite new place. And me and my best friend, we would just hop on those travel agent rates and just hop down and go. Oh my gosh. So I love that you brought that up because, like, more money's great, new lifestyle's great, but freedom, right? That freedom in your
Yes.
schedule and to, like, decide when you're going to work. And if you're like me and a lot of other people, I sometimes I'm inspired in the morning, sometimes I'm inspired in the afternoon. When you own your own business, you can jump in and go at it and you still get the same if not more work done, but because you can do it in your own cadence and in your own flow, it feels more like I don't know, for me it feels like more in alignment. Does that make
Absolutely.
sense?
I don't feel stressed. I get to do things on my own terms, so it's great.
Yeah, you're not stuck from someone else's schedule or what they want and all of
Mm-mm.
those pieces. That's good.
I'm not
You
stuck
know,
working 9 to 5 on nothing.
oh, exactly. Like, and when you have a schedule, right? You're like, I have to do this. And what one of the big switches for me as an entrepreneur is I started asking, what do I want to do today? And that was such like an eye-opening like transition to, like, I'm gonna work on marketing, and then I'm gonna work on running quotes, or I'm gonna work on whatever. And just having that freedom. So I totally get that. Now, one of the things that we have as a cornerstone in our program is we really help entrepreneurs really start to think like business owners, especially for someone like you that hasn't owned a business before.
Yeah.
That can feel big and it can feel heavy, and that can feel like a different kind of stress if you don't have the right mindset or approach, or you're not thinking like a business owner yet. It can feel like a clash. So we have mindset all through the program. How
All
did
the time.
that impact either your personal life or your business as you went through the process?
Mindset has been incredibly eye opening, actually. Just not just in business and trying to get the business up and running, but even with my relationships with my husband and my friends. It's just been so cool to think in a different way about life and about the people around you. It was very eye opening. Just getting to see all of the big one that stuck out to me was 90% of the thoughts that you have this day are going to be the same thoughts that you have the next day and the next
Mm.
day, whatever in the forefront of your mind, even if you aren't acknowledging it, even if you don't know that these are your thoughts,
Yep.
that's what's happening. And I tried to focus on that, and I realized that so many of my thoughts were negative and
Yeah.
down putting. So I had to use my affirmations and switch that.
Yep.
It has, I feel so much more energized in a weird way. Like just that flip of the switch has
Yep.
been
Shifting in
wow.
perception. I use the analogy of like there's a record player going on all the time in the back of your head, right? And what you did is you just paid attention to like, oh, wait a second, that's not productive. That's not gonna help me. And changing the record and constantly, because mindset isn't something you do once and then, oh, it's fixed,
Oh no.
right? Like still in my life, in my late 40s at this point, right? It's still something you work at every single day. And so I think we really just
Mhm.
pride ourselves on giving you those tools to help flip the switch and to help stay in that doer's mindset and that
Yeah.
mindset where you can be productive. I trained thousands of travel agents in my career, but I learned the first year. I mean, I was 24, 25 when I became a trainer for one of the biggest travel brands. And I learned like, wow, sometimes people struggle with believing in themselves. Like confidence wasn't, it kind of came natural to me. I hate to say, but I was like, let me just help them and motivate them. Let me sit here and like help them do the thing. And I saw when they did it, they were like, oh, I can do it now. And like something would happen. So that's why it will always be part of our program and why we always talk about it on these, because even what I love is you're very open, but sometimes we have a skeptic that will come in and be like, hey, I don't really want that stuff, Cyndi. Just teach me the business stuff and all the things. We'll do that, but I always challenge those people to go, what's it going to hurt? It doesn't cost you anything. You already paid for the program. Like, just do it.
Exactly.
And those people are the ones that come back and go, let me tell you what happened, right? It's the funniest thing, but I love that because I feel like if we get that part right, you don't just get a great business and a great new lifestyle, but it will change your life in so many different levels. It's just
Yeah,
really
it's
cool.
not
So
just a business change, it's a life change. It's so cool.
yeah, for sure. 100%. I love it. So, walk me back to when you first found us online. Like maybe you weren't even thinking about travel, or maybe you were thinking about travel. And what was the process to start working with us? I like to ask this question because a lot of people that watch this video, they're on video 872 now of these case studies, and they're like, is this the thing for me, right? And I like to say, what was that process like for you to make the decision? Was there anything you had to overcome? What was that process personally like for you?
Oh my goodness, that process was, it was probably only about a month long, but for me that felt like a lifetime because I wasn't loving what I was doing anymore. So
Yeah.
it was, I came across your videos knowing that I wanted to change, but I didn't know what I wanted to do, and it was just, my hurdles were, am I ready to leave the industry that I have been in for 6+ years now? Am I ready to give it up? It was very hard, and it was a lot of conversations with my husband because he also works at a job. He has a full-time job that he
Yeah.
doesn't 100% love either. So
Yeah.
it was definitely difficult for one of us to make a career change into something that we loved while the other one is doing something that they're not in love with. But he has been so supportive and so amazing throughout this whole thing. So, but once we finally decided to make that decision, it was like, okay, like this is what's happening. Let's go. I was watching all the videos, trying to get everything I could before my start date.
I love it.
Yeah, it
That's
was
so
it
exciting.
was
And I
something
love
else.
that your husband's so supportive. And I think, if anyone's followed my journey on YouTube, or you can go back and watch some of my early videos, but I was running a couple businesses, a very similar story to yours, and I was like, I hate this. And I went to my husband one day and I'm like, I quit. I'm not gonna do this other business anymore. I just want to do travel. And to his credit, he's like, okay, let's figure out a way. Okay, let's figure out how to get rid of that other business, which was our bread and butter at that time. So it
Yeah.
was like a big family decision. But now my husband works with me. We both work from home 100% of the time. We literally, when we were homeschooling early on, we would just take our kids around the world. And it was like the cool, like now our kids are more in junior high, high school. So they want to be plugged into activities and stuff. But still, we have a home in Florida, and anytime we want, we can just hop and go because we can take our businesses anywhere and we're not on anyone else's schedule. So I want an email from you when your husband quits his job because he can do what he wants now because you guys are doing. And maybe it'll be something in travel, or maybe it'll be something he loves. But the point is is like, you've done step 1 of freedom. I can't wait to because that's his reward, right? And all you husbands
Yeah.
out there, that's one of those things. When you support your husband or your wife in a journey, for me at least, I don't know about you, Hannah, but I was like, I'm going to work this much harder to show him, because I'm so like, I just felt so
So
loved that
appreciative.
he would support, like, even if we are go bankrupt, I'm going to support you in your dream, right? Which we didn't, thank goodness. But point being is, God, let them do the thing. Like, if they're that passionate
Absolutely.
about it, you will never fail if you're following your passion and you're in your right, your life's work, your life's purpose, right? It's so exciting.
Yeah.
So I love it. Hannah, what would you tell that person who's out there who maybe was like you, and maybe they're a teacher or they're a hairdresser or they're a doctor or they're a nurse, and they're like, do I do a career change? And is this the thing that will really help me be a travel agent? Maybe they're on the fence about careers on vacation. What would you tell them about our program now that you've been through it? What would you have wanted to tell yourself back then to make yourself feel better?
I gotta say, you have to be the one to put in the work. It's,
Yeah.
definitely different doing things in an online base, and again, being a business owner and never having a business before. If you're not willing to put in the work every week those modules come out and gear yourself and engage yourself in that, you're just not going to get the same out of it. So
Yeah.
it's like, if you're willing to put in the work, you are going to have amazing results in this program. But if you're just gonna ride the wave, see where it takes you, it's gonna be a lot harder.
Yeah,
But
we show
yeah,
you. We don't do the work for you. We show you exactly what you need. The
exactly,
map. We give you the roadmap, all the good stuff.
the roadmap. And but your guys' team of just the Facebook group and now the graduates that I've been able to talk to, so amazingly helpful. There's questions that I didn't even know I had. Whenever I was going through, I was like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh my goodness, I had no idea that was a problem I was going to come across. So
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah, I always say it's the questions you don't even know to ask that get you in the most trouble. And a lot of people think, oh, it's just like booking my own vacation. That is not what this job is like at
Yep.
all. And I love the enthusiasm a lot of the times, which is great. But this is not a career that you can DIY anymore, especially post COVID, right? Like, you have our
Yes.
crisis management module and how to deal with those situations, because the good thing about the industry right now is consumers are looking for certified, qualified, competent travel agents, because all the major media is like, make sure you use a travel agent, make sure you use a travel agent, make sure you use someone who knows what they're doing when you're booking your travel to protect your vacation investment. So that's a really good thing for our industry. But on the flip side, you better know how to do those things, because if you
Yes.
don't know how to pick the right insurance or how to work with the right suppliers or do the right things, that's when you'll end up quitting. I mean, the industry is so much more complicated now than when I started almost 30 years ago. And for the new ones coming out of our program, they're just so much more well prepared than the novice. I mean, and how could they know? They've never done it before till you get
Yeah.
your feet in the fire. So I think having the human approach, I think, in our program is that part that's really special, being able to jump on the support feed on a daily basis, your private coachings, your live calls with me, all that stuff that we have for you guys. But last question, Hannah, would you recommend Careers on Vacation to others?
100%. It
I
was
love
amazing.
it. Wait, I need confetti. We're gonna do confetti. Hang on. I have all the buttons happening. So, guys, if you are thinking about, hang on, I gotta turn the confetti off. I have too many buttons going on in the studio today. If you guys are thinking about Careers on Vacation for you, or maybe you're like Hannah was just 12 weeks ago, where you're like, can I be a business owner? Should I be a business owner? I love travel. I want you just to schedule a discovery call. This is the first step. You can go to careersonvacation.com/ready now. You're going to do a little survey, and we're just going to talk to you about what your goals are. If your goals are a match for how we can help you, then we will talk to you about how to apply for the Careers on Vacation program. If it's not a match, we're still going to give you some great advice and, of course, wish you well. Hannah, how was the discovery process for you personally?
Very easy. It was, I believe Trish was my person on the call. And
Oh, yeah, we
she
love
was,
Trish out in Delaware.
yeah, she was so happy, so energetic. I don't know, kind of matched my energy because I have a lot. So it was so wonderful getting to talk to someone about getting into the industry, and very knowledgeable, answered all of my questions, and again, answered questions I didn't even know to ask about. And then she recommended me for my coach with Emily, and she has been amazing throughout this whole process. So supportive, even messaged me whenever I wasn't in the group all the time. She would just check in with me, and everyone's so supportive. And it was such an easy, nice flow.
We have the best team, everything from enrollments to our coaches to our trainers. And if you guys don't already know, I have industry rock stars that are the coaches and trainers and experts. And you get to work with my experts too, my Facebook person, my branding person, my all the people, right? So Hannah, thank you so much for sharing your story. I'm so excited to see where Drifting Oasis goes. I love your logo. It turned out gorgeous. Going through that whole branding process, I know is an exercise in patience, but you did a great job. And I just want to wish you well. We'll see you. You're not going far. We'll see you over in the grad group.
Yay. Thank you so much for everything.
You're so welcome. All right. I'll see you, Hannah, later, and I'll see everybody else out there on the next video. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
She's calling me like the rainbow. She's calling me like the rainbow.
Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all of the other content on our channel. And if you want to follow along and travel with me around the world and see how I run my amazing travel brands and get some great tips on how to grow your own, make sure you check out that other content. I'm going to drop a couple videos here. Click those links. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.
She's calling me.